Hey, it's him. And if I look some kind of way, it's because I was at a Ghost concert last night. I took the middle child to see Ghost. Knew nothing about the band, but did do some eye makeup, and now I can't get all of my eyeliner to come off. So, I don't know, it's not a bad look. Anyway, today we're here to talk about Good Omens 2, and I double checked, and it is still okay under WGA strike rules for critics to continue to review shows and movies. I want to be sure. I'm not a WGA member yet. Maybe someday, fingers crossed. But I want to support the writers and the actors who are hopefully going back to the negotiating table soon to get a fair deal and fair wages. Anyway, that said, let's talk about Good Omens 2. A little bit of background first. Good Omens is a novel that was co-written by Sir Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman back in the mid-1980s, I want to say. I think it's set in 1985, if I remember correctly. It is one of my favorite books, so I do have a bias. I will just say that. Good Omens, the book, and the first adaptation for Amazon Prime, follows a number of storylines. The demon Crowley and the angel Aziraphale team up to thwart Armageddon, basically, because they've each kind of found a comfortable, living situation on Earth and they don't want it to end. But there are these other storylines, a witch hunter and a witch falling in love, another witch hunter falling in love with a medium, the Antichrist being born and his 11th birthday, and things like that. It is a rich tapestry of story, and Good Omens 2 is not. I'm just gonna say, comparatively, it is very flat. It focuses on Crowley and Aziraphale, the fan favorites. Obviously, we love David Tennant and Michael Sheen, and they have genuine chemistry. They are a lot of fun. I am not saying, just to put it out there, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy Good Omens 2, but I definitely did not enjoy it as much as the original. So, first of all, there's just not the plethora of characters and storylines involved in Good Omens 2. Like I said, it focuses on Crowley and Aziraphale, and the Archangel Gabriel, who has shown up, having lost his memory. He shows up at Aziraphale's bookshop, and Crowley and Aziraphale come together to kind of hide him because both heaven and hell are looking for him, but Gabriel doesn't remember anything, so it's not really clear what he's doing there or why he left heaven. It's, if you're familiar with Gaiman, his beats and things, it's pretty easy early on to see why Gabriel is where he is and what has happened. So it wasn't for me. There weren't a lot of surprises or twists or anything exciting. There's a cute little subplot about a coffee shop owner and a record store owner kind of falling in love. But, I mean, the whole thing is basically about coupling up in ways. And it ends on a cliffhanger, so there's gonna be more. I'm not gonna give spoilers here, in case you haven't watched it yet. But I will say, a lot of people are sad, but also, anticipating, the next stage. John Hamm is always, I think he's a really good actor and a little bit undervalued overall. I know he's had his I don't want to say issues, but he's gone through a lot, and it's nice to see him, I don't want to say getting work, but he's he's good. He's good as Gabriel, and what's fun is to watch him play both this like snobbish angel, this high-handed, superiority, and this kind of bumbling idiot. He's got range, and that's always fun to watch in an actor, I just want to say. Again, Tennant and Sheen as Crowley and Aziraphale have great chemistry, and I think, that's what brings people back to the show, so I can totally understand focusing almost exclusively on them and what they're doing. But a lot of it just felt very surface. There was not the depth of character or character development that we see in the first one. Maybe because the idea is, well, these characters now, but we do get a little bit more of the flashbacks and things, and they still just somehow lacked something for me. Again, this is all my opinion, but maybe it's production value. It seemed like they were trying to keep it to far fewer locations and sets this time. Like, maybe they didn't throw as much money at it, even though it was a big success. I'm not entirely sure there. I love the opening theme music, but I'm sick of hearing David Arnold. So if we could get somebody else to score shit for a while, because like all of his stuff sounds the same. It all sounds like Sherlock. That's cute for, certain things, but I'm just like, I don't know. I could do with a change. Like I said, the opening titles, absolutely keep them, and I love the animation too that they use there. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe David Arnold needs to widen his range a little bit. But yeah, like I enjoyed it. I was actually a little bit hesitant to watch it because of how much I enjoy Good Omens, but I also trust Neil a lot of the time. He's not a 100% hit rate for me. Never made it through American Gods. Tried multiple times, just could not do it. And everybody's like, that's his best book. That's his big, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I'll read Good Omens over and over. I'll read Neverwhere. I'll read Graveyard Book, all of the short stories. But there's even Anansi Boys, and everybody's like, how can you read Anansi Boys and not read American Gods? And I'm like, I don't know, but I can, and I did. So, anyway, so yeah, now that it's on a cliffhanger, I guess I do necessarily need to watch the third. I don't think my kids will let me not watch the third season, because they are like, I guess these are seasons now. I guess these are not just self-contained. Like, the first one was very self-contained, full circle story. This one with a cliffhanger feels like a season now. Which, again, now I'm like, oh, and maybe that's some of the tonal shift I'm sensing. But anyway, I don't even know what I would rate, like, out of 5 stars. 4 stars out of 5. I mean, mostly enjoyable. I just lacking something that the first one had, and maybe that's just the first one had the underpinnings of having come from a novel, and this was written for the screen, and that just means that it loses some of that foundational material, because what you've done is, Good Omens was like foundation and the start of a castle. You've put a new story on it, new story on the house, so to speak, and it's smaller because you can't make it, I don't know architecture, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna be a little flimsier the higher you build it. If this is like the Tower of Babel, each tier's gonna get a little bit smaller as you get to the top. And yeah, I don't know. It was just okay for me, I guess. I mean, 4 stars is more than just okay, but at the same time, it was not as good as the first, not as good as I kind of hoped it would be. Still cute, still watchable. Like, it's not, I didn't even watch Sandman because I just couldn't bring myself to watch an adaptation. I love Sandman so much. I was like, yeah, I can't do it. So, I mean, at least this I can watch and feel okay about it. And I guess that has to say something. Anyway, Angel wanted to weigh in, so I will bring them in, and we can have a little bit more if you want to stick around. And there might be some spoilers in that part, because I know the ending really affected my Angel. And that's always fun for Angel to watch Good Omens and hear their name all the time. But we'll see what they have to say about it. Okay, so here we are with the part that will have spoilers. So if you haven't watched it yet and you don't want to be spoiled, you can check out now. Angel, yes. You were like so, I've never seen you so giddy as when we saw Gabriel and Beelzebub.
It was cute.
It was super cute. I have to agree. Again, as I mentioned in the first part of the video, I saw where it was headed and what was going to happen. But it was still super cute when it did happen.
I knew most of what was going to happen. Like, it was pretty obvious. The one thing I didn't guess that Gabriel's love interest would have been Beelzebub.
Yeah, so for me, the fly gave it away because it was like hanging around. At first, I was like, maybe it's a spy, but I knew it was I knew it had something to do with Beelzebub, and then over time, I was like, it's not doing anything though, so there's something else going on there.
Yeah.
And then, but then. The Crowley and Aziraphale.
I'm Angel.
You're Angel. The Crowley and Aziraphale break. Because they're not officially together. So,
yeah. And they've gone many, many years without talking to each other before.
Right.
But this one was different because Crowley kissed him.
Yeah, and I forgive you is not what you want to hear after you kiss someone. But I did enjoy his don't bother.
I enjoy everything David Tennant does. My earrings messed up. Okay,
sorry.
I'm like looking at myself.
Well, okay. Look at the camera. Don't look at yourself. Look at the camera. But sorry. Now we're devolving. Okay. So yeah, they have gone long, but like Crowley was finally facing his feelings, and Aziraphale was. Aziraphale, because he still really believes he can make a difference, that heaven is ultimately good, that they are the good guys, and that he can make a difference from within the system, whereas Crowley's definitely one of those, like, there's no, like, it's irrevocably broken, so now we just game the system, right? We are our own side. And, yeah, I don't know.
Crowley's right. It's just that Aziraphale wants so badly to believe that there's good in the world and that heaven is the ultimate good. So
right.
Does stupid shit. Am I allowed to swear?
I think YouTube says no more swearing, but I only have 100. It's not like I'm monetized. I only have 139.
I don't know what you want
subscribers
on your channel.
No, I've sworn. It's happened. I hear the cat. Anyway, we're gonna ignore the cat. Speaking of Crowley.
Aww, he's so sad.
So at the end of the season, because now I mentioned in the first part like how it feels more like it's seasons now, because the first one was like a contained story, and now this has got this obvious cliffhanger. At the end of the season, Aziraphale is given the opportunity to go kind of replace Gabriel, since he and Beelzebub have opted out.
They're just off in the world now.
They're off to Alpha Centauri, just like Crowley dreamed of him and Aziraphale doing. And and he wants to bring Crowley with him. He's like, I can make you an angel again, and we can work together. And Crowley's like, that's not at all what I want. Right now, Crowley just wants in the room. He wants it. Okay, you talk and I'll let it know.
Okay. I liked Good Omens too. I thought it was great. I do, however, miss feeling happy. Also, I learned the apology dance. I'm so entertaining.
You actually know how to do it?
It's not really a dance because there were here. Should I do it?
Can you get it on?
I don't know.
On screen? Okay, go ahead.
I'm not wearing shoes, and I don't want my.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah.
So do it
okay,
from there.
So my approximation of it, being not a dancer, is it's like 4 movements, and he just says, you were right, I was wrong. Wait, no, it's I was wrong, you were right. I was wrong, you were right.
Okay.
So the first one, he like steps forward and puts his hand like this. It's I was wrong, you were right. I was wrong, you were right. It's very
That's actually
silly.
really good though.
Okay, anyways.
It's very theatrical. You've got a Crowley.
Shit, there's a cat. I'm not in frame anymore.
And yes, we say Crowley at home to him. Because we named him after reading. I had read Good Omens aloud to my oldest child, and we got the cat. Child. This is the middle, and then we got this black cat, and we named him Crowley because we hadn't heard the name spoken. So he's named for the book character. A lot of people think he's named for Supernatural, but he's not.
We are not a supernatural household.
I watched like 2 or 3 episodes, but never really got into it. I know you watched it farther than we did.
I tried so hard to hold out for the Destiel stuff, and then I was like, this is not worth it.
I don't know. It just wasn't for me. I don't know.
It was like bad, but not in the way Sherlock was bad, because Sherlock started good and got bad.
I just none of the characters grasped me early on.
Yeah,
and
Dean's a bitch. Sam's boring. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyway, so we sidetracked, but yeah. So overall, I think you liked Good Omens 2 more than I did, but I mentioned at the beginning of the video I'm super biased when it comes because Good Omens is one of my favorite books.
I mean, I still like season one more.
Well, yeah.
Because I thought it had a very specific feel to it that the second part did not, because there weren't so many like subplots, and it was very much there's a cat. It just was different, but I still enjoyed it.
Crowley wants his angel.
Okay, that kind of made it weird.
Oh no, I don't mean it in a weird way. I just mean like he loves you.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah,
we're best friends.
You're my best friend. Queen, right?
Oh yeah,
Queen.
I
still can't figure out how Aziraphale got the car to play anything other than Queen. Is it just when
I think he was miracling it.
Oh, see, okay, and that's the other thing. Like, they can do all these little miracles like that and not get in trouble. But I guess the Lazarus one is too power. Like that gets like. Well, is there a cap on like the power of a miracle that's allowed? I don't know. It's not entirely clear there, or I wasn't maybe paying enough attention, which is very possible. Oh, he's licking my arm. Toby says hello.
This cat is.
Hello.
He's
there
migrating.
He goes. He's going to the desk. So anyway, but I mean, most of the fun of season 3 will be seeing Aziraphale and Crowley get back together. Maybe. Yeah. Hopefully.
So, I keep comparing it to Our Flag Means Death, where it ends with one of them making a stupid decision that separates the two of them, and then and the other one's really mad. So the next season is going to be like the conflict, and then eventually
the reconciliation. Which is fun. I mean, that people love that. I think it can be done really well, and it gives you something to look forward to. I think seeing them at odds. I think watching Crowley try to thwart things Aziraphale is doing will be fun and funny. Potentially.
I think that I'm very sad that was like very devastating, but also that conflict is required
for good storytelling.
Yeah. And also that, like, obviously we see where it's going.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's not hopeless or anything.
Plus, I liked the Gabriel and Beelzebub thing. That was cute, and.
Well, so to me, in my mind, that's the way of giving the viewers what they want without doing it with the characters that they've shipped, because if you find, it's kind of like the moonlighting effect, when you finally get them together, the show's kind of over, right?
Yeah.
So you're giving them what they want, an angel and a demon together, but not the angel and the demon that you've been wanting to get together.
So
but you see that it can be done,
Yeah.
and now you have hope that it will be done with Crowley and Aziraphale.
And I think that's what Crowley wanted too. When he was watching all that happen, he was like, "Hey,
he's
that would
like,
be cool.
look, like that's a
Yeah,
you know, if they can get away with it, then two lesser angel demons.
Crowley doesn't think he's lesser than anyone.
Well, I don't
no.
know. I mean, I think I think he's embraced flying under the radar. He doesn't want to be like a Duke of Hell because that's more responsibility than he wants. It means he has to be in hell a lot more than he ever wants to be because he never wants to be there. He wants to be on Earth. So he wants to be lesser.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, I don't want to be management. I don't even want to be middle management. I just want to be like the guy in the cubicle who goes home at the end of the day and doesn't have to think about it. I just want to do my thing. And, you know.
I too just want to drive around drive around London listening to Queen songs.
That is a good aspiration to have. Although driving in London sucks, so I don't recommend that. Maybe, you know, out in the countryside.
Out in the somewhere else.
Out in the somewhere else. That sounds like a great book title. Okay, so any final thoughts?
I'm sad.
You're sad.
I'm sad.
You're sad in the same way you were sad at the end of Our Flag Means Death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. It definitely had a different feel to Good Omens, the original.
Yeah, and I talked kind of at length about that in the first part, where I'm just like, I think the underpinnings of having a novel versus, I know he's back there, he's left pawed, so he sticks his left paw out, and he's a southpaw, literally. Anyway, like having the foundations, the underpinnings of a novel gives, like, I think a richer storytelling.
Yeah.
But still good. I mean,
Child?
you're not going in the closet, sir.
Sir, Crowley, come here.
With that, I think we will wrap it up. Thank you, Angel, for coming to talk.
That's me. I'm Angel.
That's Angel. And this is Crowley down here. Although by the time I go through editing, the Crowley
we need a Jim now. Wait, we have a Jim. He's over there. Wait, where's Jim? Jim?
He's up there in the crown.
Where's one-eyed Jim?
Oh, he's down there.
Oh, he's been separated.
Sorry, I've got like a shelf full of. If you've ever seen the video of my office tour, Crowley.
I'm stealing. His
If you've ever seen the video of my office tour, you'll see all of my Moriartys over there and whatnot. But yes, there's Crowley and Angel right there.
Aww.
Yes. All right. That's it for now. I am rereading Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Yes, she is.
And we will be doing that for movie night. So I will come back with a little chit chat about that, and also
Maybe I'll be back for that.
Yeah, well, yeah, you might have thoughts and feelings about that too. And
there's a cat on my lap.
You are incapacitated. And yeah, until then, take care.
Bye.